Readers Entertainment Radio presents Booklights with your host, author Lisa Kessler. Booklights, where we're shining a light on good books.
Hello, everyone. Thanks so much for tuning into Booklights today. You are in for such a treat because if you are a longtime listener, you know that I love debut authors. Oh my gosh, it makes me so excited to hear their stories and to know that new books are out in the world. And today you're in for such a treat. And full disclosure, I know Sandy. We are friends. I've been cheering her along on her journey, and I'm so excited to share her book with you today. It's finally out. So I know you haven't met her yet because she's a debut. So I'm going to read her bio here so you can get to know her. And then we will jump in and tell you all about her new book. Sandra L. Barone is a writer, storyteller, and a community leader whose work blends honesty, humor, and heart. A moderator for the Mom Link, Sandra supports a global community of women, men, and families seeking prayers and healing and connection after loss. Through this work, she has been invited to share her experiences on podcasts that explore grief, resilience, and the power of community. Her career spans multiple genres, from deeply emotional nonfiction to fiction that explores the complexities of the human spirit. For years, she penned a beloved weekly column in the Pascack, I think I'm saying that right, Press Newspaper, titled I Just Need to Breathe, where she invited readers into the joys and challenges of family life with 4 children and an extended family full of colorful personalities. The final column, written after the passing of her son Drew, offered a heartfelt closing to the series while honoring the enduring bonds of family and love. Through every story, whether drawn from her own life or crafted from imagination, she writes with a deep commitment to honesty, vulnerability, and the shared human experience. And you can learn more about her on her website. I did put a link to her website right there in the show notes, so you can click at any time and check it out. You can send her a note. New authors love to hear what you're thinking about their books. And without any further delay, are you there, Sandy?
Oh, I am. I am so grateful to be here. We are friends. Lisa has been holding my hand through this entire process, and I can't be any more grateful to you. Right?
Oh,
We've been up, we've been down, and you sat back saying, "Oh, you'll come too. You'll self-publish." And I'm like, "Nope. And here I am."
And here you are, and you are doing such a fantastic job. So before we go off into the weeds, do you want to tell everybody about When Revenge Calls and why they should go grab a copy this week?
I absolutely love this book, When Revenge Calls. I started writing this book 7 years ago. It's about 2 best friends, and they're being hunted down because of their shady past, but they're being hunted down for very different reasons. And there's Charlie, who's out for revenge for both of them. And these girls are amazing, and you'll see what happens. It's just fast paced. It's suspenseful. It's just a really fun book.
Oh, and can you tell us kind of what inspired this idea? Because you came from a journalism background, and what made you think, oh my gosh, I need to write a serial killer trilogy?
Well, it's the first of, the Vengeance Trilogies is what it's called. I was taking a Pilates class and
As
Pilates is in the book. Samantha is a Pilates instructor, and my mind just started to wander. So that's how it is. As a writer, right? We start making up stories to make the time pass while you're doing these exercises. And that's where this one came. And I just couldn't shake it. The first draft was written before Drew died. And Drew was in school for TV and film. And he would come home in the summers, and he read the book, and he said, "You have 3 books in here." And I'd be like, "Absolutely not. 1 book is enough." And he said, "Mom, there's 3 books in here." And then when he did pass, I closed the laptop. I was like, never going to write again. And writing was my absolute passion, right?
Mm-hmm.
So then what happens is I'm driving, and Charlie's popping up, and Samantha's popping up, and Blair's popping up, and the scenes are happening. And I would go home and I would write the scenes down, and then I'm dreaming about them, and I'm saying, no, I have to do this. I have to do this. But how am I going to do this? You know, when you're stuck in grief, how do you make things happen? So we had moved and we were close to Montclair, New Jersey. And Montclair is like a small Manhattan. And it's a mecca for writers and artists and producers and you name it, actors. I Googled it and there was a group and there was only 4 people in the group headed by Virginia. And she was really a tough cookie. We were only allowed to bring 5 pages and I had to be accepted. I had to give my 50 pages.
Wow.
And she accepted me right away. And I was like, oh, geez. So this is me. I'm full of self-doubt and I'm full of fear and I'm driving and it's raining. And like Manhattan, you can't park on the street. So I made a deal with the angels. I'm like, universe, angels, if I don't get a spot right in front of the library, this will not be meant to be. What do you think happens? Pull into the
You got a spot.
Got a spot. All right. I'll be there for an hour. I was there for 5. Every Thursday we'd be there for 5 hours because everybody had to have their due time. Everybody would bring 5 pages and we'd all critique. And I'd sit there and I'd listen the first time and I'm like, oh my God, they're cruel. I'm going to cry. But it was the best thing. And you want to hear, we weren't even done with my chapter 1. Virginia looks at me and says, you got 3 books here. We're going to finish these 40 chapters and then you're going to pick 2 characters per book. I listened. I did it.
So proud of you. Yeah. And do you think that through writing this book, do you think Drew is proud of you?
Oh my gosh, absolutely. Because, Jordan would sit in there and he'd say to me, he would repeat things that Drew would say to me. Charlie should be darker. Take all that you're feeling, all that hate and anger and grief you're feeling, put it into Charlie. We're not born serial killers, but make him human. And why is he feeling this now? What happened to him? So the questions that Drew was asking me was repeated. And yes, I do dream of Drew. During full moons is when he usually comes through. And he's always got this big, big smile. So I just feel like, yep, he's my guardian angel. Yep.
For sure. I'm so glad that you didn't shut that laptop forever.
No, me too. Because When Revenge Calls is really my tribute to him.
Yeah, it's a family affair. He started it and you finished it and put it out.
Yes, and I'm beyond grateful.
So without any spoilers, do you want to tell everybody your favorite scene in the book that you're most proud of?
I am most proud of when Samantha realizes that she's finding love again and she opens up her heart because her heart was completely closed. And even though it's a thriller and it's suspense, there is romance. And you're not really sure about the man she's falling in love with. That's all I'm going to say. But she's able to open up that heart, little cracks. And I think that's important in life. You can shut down, but then you better open that heart again.
Right. Because that's what we're here for. And that's, that's real life because I know that sometimes people have feelings about romance in books, but the reality is in real life, that's what's happening. It's all about the relationships between the people, right?
Absolutely. No matter what we do in life, that's what it's about. You're right.
Yeah. And did you have any big surprises? I don't know if you're a plotter or a pantser, but did you have, surprises where you thought the book was going one direction and the characters went, no, and went the other way?
Absolutely. That I can't give away, but that was amazing. And I do want to talk about, I thought that I was going another way with the book right away because I went and I pitched the book and I queried a bunch of agents and I hit it off with somebody right away and I signed a contract. And then when we were going on, I realized, this was everybody's dream and it was always my dream, but it wasn't the right fit. And it's okay to say that this wasn't, because everybody was appalled that I parted ways, but it was okay. It was supposed to be.
Right.
And you have to go with that intuition.
You do. And now there are so many paths to getting your book published. And I think that occasionally when you're going down a traditional path, because I've done both, but when you're going down a traditional path, there is a lot of compromise that needs to happen because the publisher has a certain idea for where this book is going to fit in their line, and agents have a certain idea of which editor is going to like it if you pump up this or tone down this or whatever. Right. And so there does come a point now where you can decide that just doesn't feel right and go a different direction. And that's kind of what you did, right?
Oh, absolutely. Because she wanted to even change the genre to women's fiction. I'm like, Charlie? No, that's me. I am Charlie. You would think that, that you become one of your characters. I became Charlie. And I love Charlie because Charlie was really everything I was feeling, like I said before. So I gave him all of my ugliness. And I wasn't getting rid of him. I think he makes the book.
Right. Yeah. And can you tell everyone, because you decided, okay, I'm going to self-publish this book. And then suddenly you discovered now I am a small publisher and now I have to make a cover. And how did all of that go? Because I know there were a few bumps in the road. Do you want to share how you got to your final cover and all?
Oh, it was ridiculously scary. You held my hand and you sent me an email and you said, this is what I did for this and this is what I did for that. And of course you have to do what's best for you. And people were sending me, okay, your cover. And I'm like, I never thought, I'm a writer. Do I really have to think about this business part? It was like over the top. So when I went on Canva and then I went on Fiverr and I had an idea for the cover. And the price was $30 US. And I thought that was a mistake because I was quoted $600, $800. And I said, are you serious? Like $30 US? And he's like, absolutely. So I had to give him a big tip because I just felt like
yeah.
he did too good by me. And it's really funny because on TikTok, people contact you from around the world. And I had a man from the UK saying, who did your cover? I love it. So I passed on that gentleman because I was just so thrilled with him. But things like that, like when it comes to, I didn't know you had to worry about how the words were going to look on your page.
Right.
Your acknowledgement, like you can do whatever you want with the book. And I was just like, holy, it is a business.
Mm-hmm. It is. You become your little small business when you start self-publishing. And when you were working on getting ready for this book to come out, you mentioned TikTok, and I have been so impressed of all of your work on TikTok. Everyone who's listening, go find Sandra L. Barone on TikTok because she's doing a great job. But have you been having fun with it? How is TikTok going for you?
Oh my! My niece Francesca said, if you want to sell anything, you must be on TikTok. And of course, I was like, my first words out of my mouth, like a 2-year-old, is no. And she said, I'm going to just film you and talk. And I did it. And I got more comfortable. And she would say, okay, we're going to do it again and we're going to do it again. And this is what we want to hit, and say the book, When Revenge Calls, just keep throwing it out there. And you know what? It's been working. So I want to say she's also 9 months pregnant. So she said to me, she's going to introduce me to a tripod. And I'm like, okay.
I love it.
I do. I love it. And I think that it's everything is working the way it's supposed to work. And I totally surrender.
Yes. I love that your PR team is a family affair because your daughter helps too, doesn't she?
Oh, yeah. She's a pretty tough cookie. And she'll tell you what she likes and what she doesn't like and stuff like that. Yeah. And my first book signing was so funny because, make sure you have the books when you do I had to learn that one too, because I scheduled it for October 4th and Amazon's like, they're not going to be delivered till October the 11th. And I'm like, well, that's not going to work. Back to TikTok. Don't come till the 25th. Give it enough time just in case.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, live and learn, right?
Yes. And you're rolling with the punches so well because your idea that your books ghosted you was very cute.
That's how I felt. We're not coming. We're not answering you.
Yep. We're not answering your call. Who's this?
Yeah, definitely.
Well, what's next for you? Because this is a trilogy, right? Is book 2 coming soon or?
Okay, when a Retribution Calls is edited and it's ready, I could press the button any moment because it's going to be a continuation. I can't give any secrets, but these characters are now going into book 2. But like I said, I'm introducing 2 more characters. And then book 3, my editor that I absolutely love that you introduced me to, Allie, who is in London. I have passed her name on to so many people.
She's fantastic.
Fantastic. She's just the best. And she's editing book 3. And I already started my nonfiction book on grief because I think that's very, very important to just know the dynamics that goes on behind a family when you lose such an important part, and your family can get fractured, which is really, really tough.
Yeah. Do you see that you're going to put that book out yourself as well, or are you pursuing traditional for that one?
I think I'm going to pursue traditional, but
Okay.
I'm going to see what contacts I can make by doing this series. I have a funny feeling when I put it out there, where it's supposed to go is going to go.
Mm-hmm. I think so too.
Yeah. And I think that the doors will open where it's supposed to be, because I think it's really supposed to help heal a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I kind of want to say, hey, if you could do this, I can do this, because I said I would never, ever move on. And there's a lot in that book, issues in your tissues. I mean, there's a chapter where it's like, oh my God, we seriously made ourselves sick.
Yes.
The mind can control so many things.
Mm-hmm, for sure. Yeah. And I love that that book, your daughter is helping you write it, right? So you get a sibling perspective as well, right?
Well, and that's why the fundraiser we've been doing fundraisers since Drew passed, and because giving back is who Drew was. So we last Saturday night was his 30th birthday, and we exceeded more than you could ever imagine. It was our biggest, it was our best. And of course I was concerned with that because I thought we took off more than we could chew. But the 3 of us, my husband, my daughter, and I, stood up there, and we don't hide our grief. We deal with our grief. And it's amazing to see how many people we have touched, and they would come up and talk to us afterwards, because that event was all about them too. Originally, I had 20 people signed up, and I could fit 150 people. Mm-hmm. And the donations weren't coming, and we had the food donated. The hall was beautiful. It was just amazing. Oh, a DJ came to us, and he gave his time. A DJ came to us, a band, everything that you could imagine, popcorn makers, and it was cornhole. And I just said, I just need people and money. I just need people. How is this going to happen? Oh, Lord, the doors opened. I just had faith that this was going to happen. We raised X amount of dollars. Somebody matched it. Somebody else matched it.
Wow.
I sat there all day yesterday, handwriting thank you notes to people.
Oh, I love it.
Grateful. Went to the post office today, mailed out the checks. It's just, we are helping so many people through his grief. And I know that book is going to do the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
So I
have no doubt.
It's all about timing. You know, these fiction books, When Revenge Calls and Retribution, and the number 3 hasn't been named yet, but it's just, that was a great escape. It was good for me to dive into my characters and just make things happen. But the grief is going to be so real and so raw that other people who lose children or a brother, because that was my point. The man who gave us the venue, he lost his sister. So he connected with Tori.
Oh, mm-hmm.
I raised that night for Drew and for his sister Marie. You want to see this big, huge man behind the bar sobbing.
Aww.
Because he said, I just miss her so much. And she was the first one who lost her life during COVID in our area. So so it really, he never saw that one coming. And like all of us, right?
Right.
And we never saw that coming. And it's just, we all helped each other that night. And I said, thank God. You know, I was so grateful because I had that community on his 30th birthday to all be together. We grieved together. We danced together. We you know, music has a way of just healing your hearts.
Mm-hmm.
We were all together, and it was just amazing. It helped all of us. It was family, it was friends, it was strangers. The stranger came up to me and he's like, I saw your TikTok video on Instagram. And I'm like, he's like, this means you're going viral. I'm like, are you I'm like, oh no. Oh no. Oh.
Well, and because I know you, I can ask this question, but I mean, you're not 30 years old anymore, and you decided that if not now, when? And so for anyone out there who's listening, who kind of thinks that they have a book, but maybe thinks the time has passed, do you have words of wisdom for them?
Okay, October 6th, I will be 60 years old. So you know what? There is no time limit. There's no time limit for grieving. There's no time limit for starting anything new in your life. And I am proof of it.
Yes, I love that. So anyone who's listening, you are not past your prime. There is no deadline on being great or doing something new. So, go out there and do it. If you have your book idea, what are you waiting for, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So I wanted to ask you, when you wrote this book, who was inspiring you? I know you like to read. Are there certain authors that you read and then you're like, oh my gosh, I got to go write something?
Oh, I read constantly, and I read absolutely every genre imaginable. And it doesn't matter who it is. And I don't want to be stumped right now. It's just, I'm just thinking of everybody who was my favorite. Melinda Lee, she was in my group when it came to suspense and thrillers. We both started at the same time, and we were the Liberty Writers groups. Her latest book just came out. And I just, we were going to grow together, and we didn't. Okay. My went this way, and her life went that way. But her books have always been, and she's another Amazon author, but I just kind of, I read absolutely everyone.
Mm-hmm. And what kind of stories inspire you? Do you like to read thrillers? Does that make you want to go write Charlie or whoever? Or, do you watch Netflix? What gets you inspired to write the next book?
You know what? I just read the View from Lake Como from Adriana Trigiani, if I'm saying her name right. And that was just a woman who went out and just took over the world. And it doesn't matter. It just, it doesn't matter what genre it is. Like, I'll even read a romance, or I'll read one of your books and it'll be like, yes.
Those werewolves, boy, they're inspiring you.
Yes. It's just funny. It's just whatever I see. In book 2, it's called The Green Eye. And my brother, who is a retired Connecticut state trooper, showed me what he wants to get into. And it was just this machine, and it's saving the environment. And you don't have to separate your garbage. And it was this green machine. And we're in Connecticut, and he says, it's in Sweden, it's in Germany, and I want to put this in all areas in the tri-state area. And I said to him, oh my God, can you see these bodies flowing out of it? I said, that's amazing. And he's like, you have the sickest mind. So it's really not from books and everything. It's just when I'm in the moment. And I said, that would be a great way to get rid of people. And it could even the bones could be, because all the garbage could be in there.
Right.
Like, people would just lock you up for your head. But that's the beauty of being a writer, right? You can kill somebody and you're not going to jail.
Exactly. I will never forget. I wrote one Demon Slayer book, and it all happened because my husband was a morning show radio producer, which meant he was up in the early middle of the night, and I was up writing, and it's like 2 a.m. and I turn around and he's watching a webcam of a beach hotel, and you can see the waves crashing, but it's really dark. And I'm looking at it and I said, what are you doing? And he said, I'm just taking a nice tea break and I'm watching the ocean. And I'm looking at it, and the first thing that comes out is, what would you do if you turned that on in the middle of the night and someone's burying a body? And he's like, what?
Yeah.
I ruined it for him. He never turned the webcam back on because he's like, what if they are burying a body?
That is the best. But you see how
You
your
can't
mind
help
goes.
it. Yeah.
You just can't help it sometimes.
Yeah.
And then what do? You just go with it.
You
And
have
then
to write a whole book.
behind it,
Yeah.
and you have to write a book. And my brother's like, aren't you going to call the book The Green Eye? And I said, no, but it's going to be a huge part of book 2. And it really is.
Yeah. Oh, I love it. I love it.
Yes.
My mom, back when she used to beta read books for me, she used to read them and then she would look at me and she goes, boy, it's the cute ones you got to worry about.
That is amazing. So you feel your mom with you all the time?
Oh, yeah. 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 She was my first reader for such a long time. And when the first book came out after she had passed away, I was so blue because I felt like she wasn't going to read it. And then I just had this inkling of, I could almost hear her voice. And she's like, I read it while you were writing it. I was like, oh, okay. So I have no doubt that Drew is so proud of you. And he's like going, see, I knew it was 3 books.
You know what? You asked me before what I would read as a kid. I was reading Stephen King.
Mm-hmm.
So you know where my head was. So I was
right. Yes. Well, I grew up reading Stephen King and Anne Rice. Oh my gosh.
Yes, Anne Rice. Yes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yes. Yeah. Well, live events, you have a book signing. You got ghosted out of the first one, but where can people come see you to get you to sign When Revenge Calls?
Okay. When Revenge Calls, I will be signing at Christie's International, 688 Paramus Road. My friend across the street, because it happened so soon, I couldn't get into bookstores or anything. And she has a brand new building for Christie's. And it's gorgeous. She's like, oh, just bring all your people here. We'll have champagne and we'll have cake. And I'm like, really? You want my people?
Yay.
It is so kind. It is so nice. And she's like, yeah, I don't care.
Nice.
So that's what we're going to be doing it. So it's going to be in Paramus, on Paramus Road.
And that's in New Jersey, right?
That is in New Jersey. Right down the road is Drew Cemetery. No coincidence there, right?
Oh, look. Yeah.
It was kind of the whole thing. Just I'm like Paramus Road. Okay.
Wow. Well, afterwards you can go visit them and say, look, I did it.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Are you doing any online contests or promos for the book? Or if somebody isn't in New Jersey, how can they get a signed copy?
Oh, they could go on. Oh, a signed copy. Sure. I didn't even think of that. I'm doing Meet the Author. I'm doing a podcast on Thursday, but how do you suggest they do that? They get a signed copy.
Well, I would suggest that you put a little button on your website to get a signed copy here. And it can just be like a Google form where people fill in their address and then there can be a PayPal button and they can buy the book and then you just send it out.
You see?
Learning things. Learning things all the time.
That's how they'll get it.
So give her a week, guys, and then go to her website. The link is right in the show notes, and you'll be able to buy a signed paperback copy of When Revenge Calls. And how can people follow you? Where are you? We talked about TikTok, but are you anywhere else online for people to follow?
I have a Facebook author page, Sandra Barone author page. I have an Instagram author page. Same thing, Sandra Barone Books. They can definitely find me.
Yay. Okay, great. Well, it's been so much fun chatting. Is there anything else you want people to know?
I'm ridiculously excited. Please buy When Revenge Calls. And thank you, Lisa, for absolutely everything.
When do you think they'll be able to get book 2 or pre-order it or anything?
We talked this morning. I think it's going to be in 3 months.
Okay.
And I have the first chapter of book 2 at the end of book 1. So you'll have a little inkling of what's going to happen. So
is it up for pre-order yet? Can people?
Not yet.
Oh,
Not
okay.
Yet.
Okay. But very soon, everyone who's listening, pre-order will be up very soon. What is book 2 called?
When Retribution Calls.
Oh, nice. Okay. Well, I can't wait for everyone to get it. So definitely go out and check out When Revenge Calls. It's available. Is it everywhere or just Kindle?
Right now, it's on Goodreads as well.
Mhm.
But I have the hard copy, I have the paperback, and I have Kindle.
Okay, but is it only on Amazon right now?
Right now, just on Amazon, yes.
Okay. So everybody go to Amazon and grab your copy of When Revenge Calls. And it's very exciting that it's in hardcover, paperback, or ebooks. So when she sets up that button on her website so that you can get a signed copy, you should make 2 choices of paperback or hardback, right?
Yes, absolutely. Thank you. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay. Well, thanks so much for being here. I love celebrating debut authors, and you're extra special because I know you and I know what you went through to get this book out, and I'm so proud of you. So everyone go grab When Revenge Calls. You won't be sorry.
Oh, thank you, Lisa. Have a great day. I know you will.
Thanks for joining us on Booklights. Be sure to connect with us at www.readersentertainment.com for articles, blogs, videos, and podcasts that matter to readers.